Mach 1.
Yeah. Is it our fast car?
Yeah!
Alright, so this is a new project. Not much of a project, you know, everything from the outside looks really cool. Paint's all good. I mean, it's a 1969 Mach 1. The motor's been upgraded to a Cleveland 351. Supposedly has 425 horsepower. I don't know much about the motor. I know that it would take quite a bit of work to get 425 horsepower out of that thing. But it has some little things cosmetically. You know, it's a 69 era car, 60s 70s era car. Somebody put in, you know, a newer stereo. But for the most part, you know, seats and everything look really good. Exterior is nice, really. Headliner's
good.
good.
Down here. There's a button down there.
Clock doesn't work.
There's a button down there.
Seat belts are old and moldy. Speakers are visible. So just kind of going through and doing some of the cosmetic stuff is going to be pretty fun. We're going to switch out wheels and tires. Go for what everyone else has. Go for the Mag 500s. I really like what those look like. I mean, these don't look bad, so that's not high on my list of things to do just quite yet. Paint looks really nice.
I want to see the engine.
You want to see the engine? All right, let's check it out.
Open these.
So this is the Cleveland 351. A lot of good stuff on there. New ignition, so that's good. Has the MSD. You know, I don't really like how it's all front and center. I wish it was a little kind of cleaner throughout the engine bay, but that's something I can do a little later. Some of the paint's coming off the motor, so that'd be nice to get. Take out the motor and do a refresh, just cosmetically. I think for the most part, the motor runs really good. We drove it probably 40 miles on the way home, which is probably 40 miles more than it's driven over the past couple of years. So the fact that it made it home easily is pretty good. But for the most part, not a huge project.
Dad, this is supposed to run right because it has windshield wipers.
Oh yeah?
It could.
It doesn't get much traction though. Remember we were peeling out all the time? Yeah, so here it is. Everything looks good. So first step today is just kind of working on that cold start. So it's really cold outside. I don't expect this thing to start out that great, but the idle is really low. So I checked before I started this video, and here I'll show. So I took a look before I started up just now at the carburetor and how the choke was set, and I think the choke is set pretty good. So we can see that the choke is closed for the most part. We just have a little bit of a gap there. That gap could maybe be closed down a little bit, but I'm not too worried about that. It seems to start good, but it's not staying started. So what I'm going to do right now is just adjust this guy here. So as you can see, as the choke opens, this blade moves. So it moves through the different choke settings. So as it gets a little lower, the idle goes down. So if you put it back to where it starts, right here, and if you screw this screw out a little more, that'll increase the idle. So I'll give that a try right now, and then I'll let it cool down for a little bit, and then we'll give it another shot. Hopefully we'll get a higher idle and it'll run a little better. Put it through its paces pretty good. First problem is that it's leaking radiator fluid. It was leaking pretty good when we got back. Now it's not leaking at all, probably because it's just not pressurized from the water pump, would be my guess. And it doesn't look like it's coming from any of the connections. It looks like it's coming from the radiator itself, and thankfully that's probably a pretty easy fix. It seems like every time I come back it's draining some sort of fluid. Last time it looked like it was draining a little bit of fuel out of the carburetor. Now it's not, so that looks good. I just don't think that this car was driven that much in the first place, so I'm kind of working out all the kinks. GoPro died before I got back, so that didn't help, but I think I got some good coverage. It's got some good speed, 0 to 60. I don't think I'm going to break any records. It seems like the around that 60, 70, 80 mile an hour range, it runs pretty good. Brody, do we have fun?
Yeah!
Thanks for your clip. So, more work to do. New project. I promise I am going to finish that the CT70. I did buy some paint for it, so we're going to get that thing stripped down and painted here pretty soon. But, pretty fun. Thanks for watching. More to come.